I've decided to do a tips for first time travelling to Disneyland Paris. I went last November and it was my first ever time. I also went on my own, which is a little scary but mostly fun and exciting adventure. I was 19 at the time, I'll be 20 this year, but yeah. So I went on my own. A lot of people thought I was crazy, you know, but there you go. So yeah, I visited Disneyland Paris for the first time on my own. First time I've ever been abroad, flown, anything like that. I did it all on my own. I literally sat down and I've written out like tips for first timers, which I was. It is amazing, most magical experience ever. So yeah, I've just got a couple of tips to share with you. Hopefully you find them useful. Hopefully you can maybe share your own. If you found something worked, something didn't work, let me know. Yeah, my first trip was if you're staying at a Disneyland hotel, which I did. I stayed at the Hotel Santa Fe. You don't need to bring towels or shampoo or anything like that. They just take up space. It can be used for Disney merch. They just take up space. The towels provide the hotel will provide towels. They're only little towels, but it's enough to get you by. And they also provide these super cute like little Mickey shampoos. These are the little hotel miniatures that you get. I mean, how cute is that shampoo? It's the top that gets it for me. Just so cute. And then the soap. I don't know if you can see this. It's like an outline of Mickey on the soap there. How cute is that? Oh, I don't want to open them, they're just so cute. Sad, isn't it? I took quite a few of those home. Not even sorry. And so yeah, and a little soap with a Mickey Mouse on it. If you've got sensitive skin, obviously bring your own by all means, but to save space you don't need to bring them, because they are provided in the hotel, or at least they were last November. I know lots of things are changing for the 25th anniversary, but this is everything I've experienced. When I went in November, the breakfast was still included for free in the hotel. Now it isn't. If you do want to pay extra for the breakfast, my advice would be to take a lunchbox with you, because I made sandwiches because they provide breads and ham and loads of different cheeses and things like that. I made sandwiches towards the end and just wrapped them in tissue, but yeah, take a lunchbox, it's probably cleaner and easier. Yep, tissues and a Disney store bag. But yeah, I made sandwiches and I ate them for lunch in the park, which saved a little bit of money buying lunch, because food can be so expensive. Because I only had a half board, so that entitles you to a lunch or a dinner, but I'd rather take the dinner. I wasn't a fan of the La Cantina, which is the restaurant buffet at the Hotel Santa Fe. I wasn't a fan. I didn't eat anywhere else, unfortunately. But yeah, take a lunchbox and you can sneak some sandwiches out for in the daytime, which is a great money saving tip. Which I found out towards the end, which I was like, you know what, I'm going to do this. Be prepared to queue. Some things can take a while and don't always trust the wait times. The first thing I did when I first discovered the Disneyland park was I went straight to the Princess Pavilion. Might have been daytime, and outside I didn't even see who was inside, so I just wandered into this Princess Pavilion. I was like, I'm going to meet a princess today. Wandered inside. It's like wait time 45 minutes. Like, I don't mind. It was for Snow White. Not particularly a fan of Snow White. She's not my all-time favourite princess, or even in my top 10. Sorry, Snow White. But I met her anyway, and it was a really good interaction. I loved it. But that was an hour and a half when the wait time suggested 45 minutes. It all depends on what the family in front of you are doing. If it's quite a big group, obviously they have to take longer interactions. Like mine was 5 minutes. It's like it waited an hour and a half for a 5-minute interaction. It was good, don't get me wrong, but be prepared to queue. Also wear comfortable shoes. I haven't done a full day in the park, especially because it was really cold. One night I just left after the parade, which was about 6 o'clock, because I was so cold. So I just left and got dinner and went and had a bath. But yeah, wear comfortable shoes. Especially if you're going in the winter, take layers because it does get cold. I bought gloves with me and a thin scarf, but I ended up buying a hat, some more gloves, and I didn't buy a scarf because they were really expensive. Yeah, take layers if you're going in the winter. Make sure you have enough charge in your camera and space. I don't think my camera dying was an issue because I did put it on charge every night, but make sure you take a big enough SD card to cover the amount of photos that you are going to take, because I took millions. Sorry people on Facebook, that's a huge album. As well, if you do travel on your own, prepared to be asked a lot, is it just you? When I met Snow White for the first time, obviously before you go in to see her, they ask how many's in your party, and I was like, it's just me, and he was like, it's just you. I was like, yep, just me. And they couldn't get over the fact that I'd come all on my own. Yeah, he was like, why? I was like, well, no one else wanted to come, so I came on my own. And he was like, okay then, I'll give a hug for the lonely girl. And he gave me a hug, it was really awkward. So then, before I went in again, he gave me another hug. I was like, okay. But yeah, pretty much every interaction, they'd ask, like, are you on your own? Like, they couldn't quite believe it. So yeah, you do get asked that question a lot if you visit alone. But yeah, I've not yet gone with anybody, but we're planning to go in July, which is mentioned in the previous video. So yeah, if you want to see the parades are a must. This is some parade footage. The first bit is of the Queen of Hearts, and it looks so closely at it. Literally, when I got home and I rewatched this back, I never noticed it when it happened, but the most amazing thing happens, like, with the bubbles on the parade floating past, the Queen of Hearts notices one, and she chases after it, and she's like, and then she gives up, she's just like, yeah, whatever, and storms away through the rest of the parade. It's so funny. So this is my favourite thing that happened on the parade. It was amazing. I can't believe I never noticed it the first time. I suppose I was living through a camera, or watching through a camera. But yeah, watch this next clip because it is hilarious. the 25th anniversary, but I'm definitely going to see it. I've seen a video on Facebook. I much preferred the Magicon parade, but maybe it'll be different once I see it in person. But yeah, if you're going to do the parade, people start to queue really early for a good spot. The most I think I've waited was nearly an hour for Dreams, which is now Disney Illuminations, I think, which is the bit they project on the castle at night. Those two are a must. Like, I visited during Bonfire Night and they did a fireworks show. It wasn't that great, and I preferred Dreams, which happened every night. But yeah, definitely experience Dreams or Illuminations now it's called. Definitely experience those and get a good spot because it's definitely worth it. I'll try and include some videos below. I only took videos of the Dreams and the parades, but next time I go I'm going to be full vlogging hopefully, so there'll be a lot more to see. So I've got loads of photos. I'm not sure if you guys want to see any of those. It's mostly scenery and a couple of character photos. Another thing about the photos, if you are on your own, don't be afraid to ask the cast members to take photos for you. Literally every interaction I went to, I was like, can you please take a photo? Because I wouldn't have had any memories of it, unfortunately, on camera if I didn't ask. But yeah, never be afraid to ask. Even though they do take the photo pass photos, they will take your own photos for you, which is great on your own camera. The only thing I would say, which I noticed, is they tend to take the better pictures on the photo pass photographer, and then they just take a few shots, just normal shots afterwards. So the majority of the interaction was captured on the photo pass, unfortunately, which I didn't pay for, but we've paid for a photo pass this time, so hopefully it's a lot less strain on taking our own photos. I mean, we're still going to ask cast members to take our photos for us, maybe, but maybe videos, might get cast members to video so we can vlog it, but we've got the photo pass, so hopefully we'll get some nice photos this time. It's like when I visited Mickey Mouse, they took really nice photos, like Mickey asked me to kiss his nose, so I took that, but obviously they got that on the photo pass, but they didn't get that on my camera, which I'm gutted about. So I just took a picture of the screen outside. It's a rubbish quality photo, but I've still kind of got the memory. But yeah, they do tend to favour the photo pass photos rather than your own, but don't be afraid to ask. If you go shopping and you're staying at a Disneyland hotel, they will deliver to your hotel, which saves you carrying around. I didn't use this feature, unfortunately, when I stayed, and I really wish I had, because I bought quite a lot, and when I was when I was doing the character interactions, I had to dump all my bags just to get a photo and leave them to the side, which is a lot of confusion and stuff. It's a lot of hassle. So yeah, they deliver to your hotel. Which is a good tip. I hope they still do that when I go in July. I think that was most of the points that I'd written down. Just something, it's midnight now, so I just wrote a quick list. Tried to get 2 videos out tonight because of all the complications I had with filming earlier. When I want to film, Alfie's here and he's noisy and I can't do it when he's around. And then my dad was down here and he was watching TV, so I had to wait for him to go to bed. Just a nightmare. So yeah, I've got 2 videos out tonight. The first one being my first ever vlog, and the second one is this Disneyland tips one. I'll try and include some videos of the parades and things like that, but I'm not too sure because they're really long. I'll try and like select the best bits maybe, and those will come at the end or in between or whatever, but I'll try and work that out now. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say tonight, and good night guys.